Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Unfog with Dr. Atahar Parvin. Friends, there is a good news from EMRS. There is a 2025 notification which is already out, and there are many teaching and non-teaching posts, and this is going to be a golden chance for women. If you watch this video till the end, you will understand why I am telling that this is a golden chance for women out there. Okay, and also language is very important for EMRS, so that also I will explain it to you. Now the main highlight of this EMRS 2025 recruitment is that there are 1460 vacancies for PGTs and 3962 vacancies for TGTs. Okay, many aspirants were requesting for this explanation of this notification, so that's why we are making this video to make it easy for all the aspirants. So let us first see the notification booklet from the EMRS website. See, this is the notification, EMRS Staff Selection Exam 2025, and this is the information bulletin and guidelines for filling of online application form. We have posted this 50 pages PDF file in our Telegram channel also. Okay, so let us see what are the important points from this brochure, so that it will be easy for you to apply for this exam. So here in chapter 1 they are telling all about the objectives of EMRS and all that. You can go through it. Here we will discuss only the important points. Okay, so the main important point here we should understand is that the last date to apply for this job is 23rd October 2025, and you can apply till 11:50 in the midnight. Okay, and they are telling that the fees will be 2500 to 1500 depending upon the post, but for us, for PGT and TGT's aspirants, the application fee will be 1500 and the processing fee will be 500, so total you will have to pay 2000. Okay, and only 500 for SC, ST and PWBD candidates. Then they are telling that downloading of a city allotted with the date of exam and admit card, all that will be notified in the website. The website is a NEST website. You will get the link of this website in our Telegram channel, so don't worry related to that. The rest of things you can go through here. What are the main important points here means the vacancies, which we already told you, right? For PGTs it is 1460 and for TGTs it is 3962. Rest all you can see depending upon what vacancies you are looking for, but I will talk about PGTs and TGTs here. So talking about the PGTs, you can see for maths, then you can see for chemistry, then you can see for physics, also you can see for biology. Total we have 134 vacancies for mathematics, we have 169 vacancies for chemistry, 198 vacancies for physics and 99 vacancies for biology. Okay, of course I am not going to talk about the principal here because we are worried about TGT and PGT only, right? So let us talk about the exam pattern and all that. Let us see what all they have given information in the brochure. Here they have given the pay scale. See, for PGTs the salary will be from 47,600 up till more than 1,50,000. It is too much, right? So you will have to work hard for that. If you get this job means then your life is all done with this nice salary, nice job and nice motto to teach and all that, right? It will be very nice if you get this job. So please try to apply for this job. What is the eligibility criteria means, for TGT you should have a CTET done, and for PGT CTET is not needed. You should have done your MSc, post graduation is needed. Okay, and of course talking about the mode of examination, see the mode of examination, see here it is MCQ OMR based, and you will have descriptive questions also. Actually this exam is divided into two parts. One is tier 1 and then comes the tier 2. That I will explain it to you now. See, you will have 6 papers. In that, first paper will be for general awareness, 10 questions for 10 marks. Reasoning ability, 15 questions for 15 marks. then computer knowledge 15 questions for 15 marks, teaching aptitude 30 questions for 30 marks, then domain knowledge including this activity based pedagogy and case study along with NEP 2020, 20 questions will be there for activity based pedagogy and case study, and 10 questions will be there for NEP 2020. So total you have 100 questions for 100 marks. Along with that you have 20 questions from language competency. So what is the criteria for language competency? Means actually you should be qualifying this paper, I mean the language paper. You will have a general English and general Hindi, 10 marks for each. Okay, 10 marks for general English and 10 marks for general Hindi. So this is a qualifying paper. If you get minimum 40% marks together, so if you get 40% out of this 20 questions, then your rest of the paper will be evaluated, the part 1 to part 5. Okay, if you don't qualify in language competency test, they will not even evaluate your part 1 to part 5 part. So that's why I told you that language is very, very important here. Okay. Now talking about your tier 2. See, in tier 2, you know what is the actual scenario. See, I will explain it to you now clearly. See, there are two papers in this exam. One is tier 1 and another one is tier 2. So for tier 1, this is like a first round of your exam. Okay, so this is actually a qualifying exam. You will have 100 marks question paper along with the language competency test, and it will be a MCQ test. It will be OMR. If the aspirant qualifies tier 1, then the aspirant can write tier 2 exam, but there is one criteria. See, whoever qualifies tier 1, no, they will be included in the list to write tier 2, but there is one condition. Only 1:10 number of aspirants for that particular subject will be notified for this exam. Like for example, see, if you have some vacancy for maths, in this case we have 381 vacancies for mathematics. So what they will do, whoever has qualified tier 1, from that list only, they will take 381 into 10 times of aspirants. So they will call for only 3810 aspirants to write tier 2 exam. Okay, like that only for tier 2, the exam pattern is also different. For tier 1, it was only multiple choice questions, right? In the OMR sheet. In tier 2, you will have multiple choice questions also, and you will have descriptive part also, like GPSTR in Karnataka. Okay, and also there will be negative marking. Remember how much negative marking will be there means you will get negative marking of 1/3 of the mark. So 1/3 of the mark will go. Okay, they will cut if you are giving wrong answer. Okay, clear, right? So here you can see that for tier 2, they are telling objective questions will be 40 and descriptive questions will be 15. Total marks will be 40 and 60. So it means that one question in descriptive will have 4 marks, and the time for this will be 3 hours. Okay, clear, right? So this is for PGT, and preparation of merit list of post of PGT will be prepared on the basis of performance in the tier 2 examination only. It means that there is no interview after your tier 2 exam for PGT people. Okay, now talking about our TGT. In TGT you can see that same thing is there, and here what is different means for language proficiency they are giving 30 questions. So it becomes still more important for us. Okay, 30 questions you should be able to handle. 12 out of 30 questions. In these 30 questions you will have English, you will have Hindi, and one regional language will be there. You can take Kannada there. Okay, so your rest of the paper part 1 to part 5 will be evaluated only if you qualify in language competency test. So that's why language becomes very, very important here. Okay. Of course, they have already uploaded the syllabus also in the website. I will make another video to show the syllabus of PGT and TGT. It is more or less nearly equal to our HSTR and CRIS only. Nothing more than that is there. Okay. What are a few more important points which I wanted to tell you? Let us see about the age limit and all that. See, for PGT, it should not be exceeding 40 years and you should have got 50% of marks in your PG for PGT, and some age relaxations are also there. I will tell you about that also. And for TGT also, let us see, not exceeding 35 years. Okay. So this is a golden opportunity for women because there is some lot of age relaxation for women in EMRS. Last time also it was there in 2023. Okay. What is another most important point means you should have qualified CTET paper 2 to write TGT. Okay. Now regarding the age relaxation I was telling you, right? Your age should not exceed 40 years. And for TGT, your age should not exceed 35 years and you have age relaxation. For SC/ST people, age relaxation will be 5 years and for OBC, age relaxation will be 3 years upon this. Okay, so this is for PGT and this is for TGT. But for women, you know how much age relaxation is there? It is 10 years. So that's why I say that EMRS is a golden opportunity for women. So if you are a woman aspirant and if you want to write TGT, you can write even if you are up till 45 years. Okay. For PGT, up till 50 years. What else do we need? Okay, this was all about the highlights related to this brochure which you can use and you can apply for EMRS from the website. We have given you the link also in Telegram channel. It is there. We will discuss about the syllabus also. We will make another video for that. The syllabus has been uploaded in the website. Okay, I will show you from the website how to take the syllabus, how to download it and how to go through that. I will show it to you. But we have already seen it. It is more or less nearly equal to our HSTR and CRIS syllabus only. So nothing to worry about. Okay, even GPSTR, TGT is like GPSTR syllabus only. PGT is like HSTR syllabus. Okay friends, we really hope that this video helps you. If you have any doubt, you can please feel free to ask in the comment section below or in our Telegram channel. Okay, thank you. All the best. Bye.